What is up, guys? Sean Flac 2.0 here with my weekly update, week 3. Again, doing best to be consistent. So welcome to the weekly update. Last week, we talked about a couple things that were, some tech stuff, and things were kind of all over the place. So I actually went out this week and got this guy right here. Ooh, big. Boom, ideas book. Basically just notes, keeping track of articles I read during the week and maybe things I may want to talk about during the weekly update. So I will be reading from my book. So yes, it'll be like note taking and all this stuff. Anyway, first and foremost, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, or whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys did have a great week last week. So let's get started. One of the very first things, again, the first subject always on top is fatmanfitness. Cue the hashtag. Okay. So this week I got 1 day of cycling in, 3.19 miles. When I went out, my bike was on a flat, and I actually had to take the wife's bike out, the Tiki Cruiser. And it's a beach cruiser. It's not a gear bike, and a completely different experience. More comfortable to ride, but with no gears. The slightest bit of wind or incline made the biking a little difficult. But anyways, update on the bike though. I did end up getting the inner tube and put it in yesterday, so it wasn't even a big deal. So we'll be getting some more cycling this upcoming week. We did 2 days of walking, me and the Wicked Wahine. Cue hashtag. That's the wife. We did 2 days of walking, which averaged of about 2 miles on each walk. I had 2 days of step count goals reached. It's 10,000 steps a day according to my pedometer or whatever. So only 2 out of the 7 days, but again, it's a work in progress. And then kind of going into the articles about stuff I read for fitness or motivation or anything like that. Just a heads up, I do read the Men's Health magazine. I do have a monthly subscription to that. So I take a lot of my stuff from there. I've read a bunch of other books that about fitness and dieting and all this different stuff. I mean, I always felt that the Men's Health magazine has been a little bit more toward me because they basically talk about hard work, and there is no way to get around it. Diet and exercise, there is no shortcut. Pick up one, don't pick up one, but that's the tool I use to kind of help me motivate and kind of keep me in the know. And of course, I'm not the most fit guy, but again, at least I'm trying to do something to change that. So speaking of hard work, one of the articles I read today was about Steph Curry, the point guard for the Golden State Warriors. And I guess he had this new commercial come out, and I forget what the commercial was for. But anyway, he was like reading off the scouting report for his year in college or whatever it was. Basically, it talked about how he needed to improve and he wasn't going to be that great. But he worked hard. He worked hard at it, and he didn't quit, and he kept his eye on the prize, and he led the Golden State Warriors to the championship last year. So, in that retrospect, just because you're not great now doesn't mean without hard work or with hard work that you could become a champion. So, first of all, congratulations to them. Again, I'm not a big sports guy, but congratulations to them. And again, salute to Steph Curry for not listening to the people who scouted him and said that he wasn't going to be that great, and he just kept working and working, and he became a champion, and he led a team to a championship. So just relating that into the fitness and where you are, maybe motivation, let those types of things and those articles like move you to stay motivated. And even if it's inch by inch, day by day, at least you're going in the right direction. So that's the Fat Man Fitness section. Let's see, tech talk. Not too much going on for tech right now for me anyway. The iPhone 6s, a bunch of reviews have come out for it saying it's great. The camera is more improved, it's more smoother. Unfortunately, I read an article about how they broke it down and confirmed that it did have a smaller battery than the previous iPhone, but you really can't judge that because it's all based upon use. It's all based upon, are you a power user or not? So with the iPhone 6s, I'm still on the fence on that as far as like the reviews and things like that goes. But so far, everything's been positive, especially if you're coming from, iPhone 5 or 4S or whatever it is, a later generation iPhone. Don't be afraid to look out. I did lasting impressions on the iPhone 6. For some reason, not too many people are interested in the iPhone 6 because it's not getting a lot of views. But the LG G3 is. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, if you are coming from an iPhone 6, you could check, what the reviews are that are out. If you're coming from something a little bit older, from like an iPhone 5S or iPhone 5C or an iPhone 4, check out my lasting impressions, and I'll leave a link below for the iPhone 6 in the description section. And you could see maybe the iPhone 6S, maybe not something you're willing to commit to as far as price, but you want to get a newer phone, and check out the lasting impressions of the iPhone 6. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I'm checking out a new game called Tesla Grad. If I'm on the PlayStation Network, so if you are on the PlayStation Network and you have the PlayStation Plus account, which is their yearly online service that you pay, I think it's like $50 or $60 a year. They have Tesla Grad on there. I am playing that game right now. It's a pretty fun game, pretty fun platformer. Look for the video for that. I'll probably just put some gameplay stuff on it on my gaming at its greatest playlist. Check it out. It's a free game for the PS Plus players. It's kid friendly. It is a puzzle platformer for all you old school gamers. It really reminds me of Metroid. That's kind of like what's been keeping me playing the game. And it's a puzzler, so each room you go into, there's a different set of things you're going to have to do to get through the room. Anyway, so far so good. Look out for the video for that. And in the last video, I talked about the S2, the Samsung Gear S2 coming out. And I put a shout out to my friend Madball. And I did talk to him, and he does have a Samsung, don't want to butcher these names, Samsung Gear S, not the 2, obviously it was the last generation, and he agreed to do a Q&A, or, maybe I could talk to him about, but the lasting impressions of that device. So that's going to be awesome to be able to get out on video before the new one comes out. The new one comes out, I think in October or November. By Christmas time, you'll see it hit the markets. And that's for the Samsung Gear S2 smartwatch. And again, look out for the lasting impressions on last year's model, which is the Gear S. So that's going to be cool. So that'll be coming up here soon. All right. I want to talk about some lifestyle stuff. One thing that I'm seeing a lot of as far as different articles, because I do try to read up on different things to create content for the channel, because I don't really know where I want to go, but lifestyle stuff and job hunting was something big. You see, a lot of companies going toward, states that are, raising their minimum wage, unemployment's going down, and there's a lot of different articles out there that talk about jobs and job hunting and job interviewing and all this stuff. And my cat is now messing with my notebook. What are you doing, Yosh? Hold on. Because now she wants attention, so... This is my cat. See? That's her. Okay, are you done? Are you done? Okay, go. She wants attention. I don't know why. Sorry, guys. Bad Yoshi girl. Anyway. We're talking about jobs. Job hunting. So before my current employment, I did work retail management for about 7 years, and 7 years of that, 5 of those, I was a manager in some sort. So I know a little bit about job hunting and interviewing and things like that. The main thing is definitely, be honest with your resume. Make sure your references know that they're your references, so that they don't get surprise phone calls. So yeah, I mean, there's just see, my cat kind of threw off my thought process here, but it was just make sure you're qualified, being honest on your interview. Definitely go out. There's a bunch of articles that you could read that are geared more toward the employer. And the one I had read had talked about hiring and, hiring issues or whatever it was. But being able to get into the employer's mind as far as what they're looking for in an interview or what they're not looking for in an interview will help you understand the job market more and potentially help you get the job that you're applying for. So job hunting, a big thing, especially for young folks. Unemployment being at an all-time high. You want to be able to set yourself apart because the job market's just flooded with a lot of applicants. So just a little something on lifestyle. Don't necessarily know where I'll go with that eventually. Tonight Show. If you guys like the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, for all you like 90s babies and whatever 90s, I graduated in 1999. Good Burger, Keenan and Kel. So they got together again to do a skit for the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and it was super nostalgic. I enjoyed watching it. Google it, look it up. If you're a Keenan and Kel fan or Nickelodeon fan or whatever, that was just really fun to see. Something nostalgic for me anyway. So that was awesome. I use awesome a lot in my videos, but whatever. Okay. This week, really hectic schedule. I haven't had a lot of time at home because of my schedule. So yesterday, Saturday, me and the Wicked Wahine, my wife, went to San Francisco and had a really, really great time in San Francisco. So I'm going to be putting together a collage, or I don't exactly know if I'll put something at the end of the video or not. Well, yeah, I'll for sure put slideshow pictures at the end of the video so you can check them out. But under lifestyle, I mean, if, I'd read a quote on Facebook that said, don't be so caught up on making a living that you don't make a life. So when it comes to like work, lifestyle, you have to be able to find a balance. And sometimes, life can be hectic and you lose the balance. And you have to recenter yourself. And sometimes you're so caught up in what you're doing or what you're not doing, whatever, that you don't even know that you're imbalanced. So, take a step back and breathe a little bit and see where you are with your life and if you're happy or not, and spend time with people that you love. And, I know there's people that may be watching this video that I wish I could spend more time with, and, don't think that my absence is because I want to be gone. At this point in my life, I am going through a really heavy training session at work, and it is taking a lot of time, but the light is at the end of the tunnel, and so things will definitely get better. But please, take time to tell your loved ones that you love them. There's so many things that are going on in the world today. Tell your wife, your spouse, husband, kids, let them know that you're there for them and that you love them. But you never know what's going to happen. And so yesterday was an awesome day. We were able to get out in the city and take some, gorgeous photos and spend just good quality time together. And crazy, we reenacted one of our very first dates from 4 years ago. So that was really, really good. So yeah, that's it about lifestyle. For a lot of you guys that know, I love martial arts, and martial arts is my thing. So I was reading through an article about Uriah Hall, and he, talked about his mindset as a fighter. And I don't really follow UFC that often, but this particular article really did hit me when at the very end he basically had quoted where he was in his life and where he was in his fight career, that, and I quote, "I am able to be at peace," and that's what he said. And when you're at peace, you can do anything. And so that really kind of blew me away, coming from a fighter's perspective, because generally a lot of fighters, they come across as being really mean and aggressive. And he was content where he was, and he was at peace with himself, and he could go in with a clear mind, and again, believe in himself. So yeah, that'll be my quote of the week, because that's what that was. That's what that was written down for, was the quote of the week, Uriah Hall. "I'm at peace, and when you're at peace, you can do anything." So that's it for this week. What did we talk about? We talk about the fitness. Again, stay motivated, guys. It's not easy, or guys and gals, it's not easy. Baby steps. Like I said last week, you're going to be faster than the guy that's sitting on the couch, or faster than the gal that's just sitting on the couch. So stay motivated. Obviously, I didn't hit all the targets that I wanted to this week, or get as active or whatever this past week. But again, it's a work in progress. Tech Talk, look out for that Samsung Gear S2. That's going to be coming out later in the year. That prompts me to do my lasting impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S. So shout out to Madball again. Thanks. We'll be talking to you soon. And yeah, that's going to be a great time. Video gaming. Destiny. I haven't talked about Destiny because I'm really, really behind, which is because of my work schedule that I talked about. But I have been playing Tesla Grad, and not a lot, but I mean, I've been picking it up, putting it down, picking up, putting it down. But it is a really fun game. It's free for all the PSN subscribers. So, yeah. Job hunting. This is something where I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about. Of course, I haven't been on an interview in like 8-9 years at this point. But ask any questions. I am very knowledgeable when it comes to like, what is a manager's point of view with things. So, comments, concerns, questions about that, job hunting. Yeah, because, it's very important, especially now with the economy the way it is. We need more people working, because, more workers means, more money into the economy, especially the local economy. If you can support small business, yes, they may be a little bit more expensive, or maybe a little bit less inconvenient, but when you support smaller businesses, generally that stimulates your local economy, thus, creating a stronger local economy. And you definitely always want that. Keenan and Kel, Tonight Show. Check it out, Google it. It was very nostalgic. Me and the wife, we had fun this past weekend. Again, look for some slideshow pictures at the end, and then most likely we'll be putting a video. Well, maybe. I don't know. But, or maybe I put it in the beginning. Who knows? Anyway. So we'll figure out how we do that post-edit. I still don't have a new comp, so again, the editing on this one is going to be a little whack, and that's why it's kind of, the video is running longer than I originally wanted it to. Oh, speaking of cameras, the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 camera is hands down the best camera phone that camera phone that I've worked with, and I've worked with a bunch of different ones from Motorola, LG, and I never really liked Samsung products, but wow, this Galaxy Note 5, I did not want to do an impressions on it because it was the newest one, and I want to go with more older phones, but wow, is all I gotta say. So you may be looking, or you may be seeing a first impression of the Galaxy Note 5 just because I'm so impressed with it. But I used it as the point and shoot for the camera, or for the San Francisco trip, and it was awesome. So I'll be definitely putting some of those pictures toward the end. But yes, so shout out to Galaxy Note 5 for having hands down one of the best cameras on a smartphone, in my opinion. And then of course, closing off with the quote of the week, Uriah Hall. I do respect a fighter that's a little bit more than just punches and kicks. So when he had quoted that, I am at peace, and when you're at peace, you could accomplish, or you can do anything. Wow, it really stuck out with me this past week. So hopefully you guys had a good week last week. Hopefully you guys have a good week this week, because that's also very, very important. Questions, comments, I've always used to say when I used to sell cell phones, questions, comments, concerns, or even emotional outbursts. Don't be afraid to comment down below. Ask any questions, like and subscribe. Again, like I said, end of the week or end of the video, like and subscribe. Definitely don't know all the content I'm going to be putting on there. I just shot like a sandwich unwrapping thing because I also want to do some foodie stuff because I do like to eat. And that may be counterintuitive to my fitness, but it's good food. So like I said, like, subscribe, and have a good week. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the slideshow at the end, and we'll see you next week. Peace.